Okay, let's go ahead and go to part two. Okay, so let's recap part one, which was basically, like I said, the Oshun rising is the divine feminine energy rising, awakening, feeling more enlightened, feeling wiser after all that she has gone through. She's moving forward, okay, with this newfound strength and wisdom that she has. She is not interested in any connection right now. She has completely left that behind, and because of that, that brave decision to leave that behind and to focus on herself, she is receiving justice in the form of, being grounded, being stable, and being nurtured by the divine. Okay, she's stepping back into the spotlight of her own life. Okay, and receiving the blessings of joy, and fulfillment and of love. And this is divine justice once again for all that she has gone through. Okay, the divine feminine has basically gone through the ego death that was necessary for her to be born onto a new timeline. And so I don't know whether you recognize it or not, divine feminine, but you are currently on your highest timeline. Okay, for me, for the past couple of days, it's been feeling very Twilight Zoney, but in a good way. And so, yeah, I feel the new timeline. Okay, and so though we are newly grounding and stabilizing ourselves here, we have actually made it, okay, to our highest timeline thus far after going through that death and rebirth. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. Yes, now it's time to get to work on this new level. What is our work on this new level? It's going to be, creativity for us to go forward and like expressing our passions, creating new things, enhancing the world with our art, with our, with our music, with our, with our energy, with our essence, whatever it is that we're bringing to the world. Okay, it's time to bring that. Okay, and it is like, again, expressions of your soul in whatever way, shape, or form that spirit decides, okay, is the best way to get that done. What else, spirit? What else can you show me about this new time? I'm excited, y'all. My cards are just going everywhere. So, me just feeling like how these cards feel in my hand, it's like, there are infinite possibilities. And so it's really going to depend upon, what you choose to do. Once you have fully felt yourself stable and grounded on this new timeline, and you know that you're not going back through any of the lessons that you've already completed and closed out. Okay, what else? Thank you. Queen of Cups, exactly. So it's like it's safe now because you have left the toxicity behind. It's safe now to reopen your heart and allow, yourself to pour into those beautiful, creations that you are dreaming of, that you are imagining. Okay, so not only are you being nurtured by the divine, but you also have enough now to nurture others with, because you have allowed your own cup to be filled. You can also pour now. Okay, so it's time to now start pouring back into your creations, into whatever it is that you desire to bring into life. The energy for it to come forth is going to come from your heart center. Okay, so this is why it was so important for your heart to be to be healed at this time, because again, all of the issues of life flow from the heart center. Okay. Yep, it's harvest time. Oh, yep. Okay, hold on. I got 3 cards in my hand. So it's harvest time. Okay, again, all of everything that you have been building upon and been planting and nurturing, those seeds are now coming to fruition. Okay, again, coming directly from your own heart center, your newly healed heart center that is now ready to pour into, because all the issues of life, including your abundance, including your stability, including you being emotionally grounded, all are dependent upon a healthy heart center. Okay, so always keep your heart in mind. It looks like you have done that, divine feminine, and now all you have to do is decide. Okay, and it's I want you to decide from, you know, your desires. Okay, with no fear involved in this decision making process. But what is it that I wish to experience? What is it that I wish to create? Because let's not forget that on the bottom of the Faces of Oshun deck is Oshun, the creatrix, creativity, artistic expression, and breakthroughs. Okay, so those breakthroughs are going to come by you, you know, deciding to you know, express yourself. I'm trying to decide which deck I should be pulling from right now because I want to go ahead and close it out. But yeah, it's about now, you know, because you're on a new timeline now, a lot of the things that you had to worry about on the old timeline, like the warfare and the haters and people, you know, trying to, you know, destroy what you've built and stealing from you and all of these types of things, you don't have to worry about those things anymore. If you go back and look at those people, they are going around in hypnotic rhythm doing the exact same thing that they were doing when you left them. Okay, but you, my dear, are on a new level. Okay, so you're going to be having new experiences. Okay, not just you know, physical, but new emotions, new, you know, a new perspective. Your whole mind is being renewed, that which will then renew your perception and your perspective of the world. Okay, and so let's close this out. Spirit, why did I grab the Kipper deck? What do you have to show us from this deck, please? Concern. There is someone who is watching you, of course. You know, this is the people that you left behind. Okay, and I do feel a masculine energy here with this. Concerned because they thought that you were coming back. They didn't know that the game was over and that you were starting on a new level. The person that was left behind is going into poverty because they chose, this was a choice, okay, not to come along with you. And whatever happened in the past in your each individual situation, it was a choice, okay? They chose not to come along with you as you go into great fortune. I feel that a lot of you, you know, you even tried to talk to the person about this and, you know, was prepared to share your fortune and your blessings with this person. And for whatever reason, they chose not to come along with you. And so the person that you left behind they are concerned about themselves going into poverty, because it seems like at one point, when you were connected or close to these people or person, they started to think that your light was their light. And it feels like they thought that, you know, they didn't need you. You know, they became arrogant, and it wasn't even their light, it was yours. So when you left, divine feminine, hold on. So yeah, so they thought that your light was their light, divine feminine, and they tried to, you know, basically diss you and they thought they didn't need you. They thought you needed them, okay? Because this is why people like that aren't given the light, because of how arrogant they become, okay? So when you walked away, you took the gravy, the juice, the sauce, and the damn water from the table, okay? And so this is why they are being left with nothing, because of their choices, their decisions, and, you know, this is their fate, unfortunately. This one, okay, I'm just going to take this first one that popped out. You are a light worker that came to earth to teach about love, okay? And at the end of the day, this you know, kind of goes along with Oshun, the creatrix card on the bottom of the Faces of Oshun deck. Basically, you know, you're here to teach about love in whatever way, shape, and form. I'm going to go ahead and read these other three cards, okay? Use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to attract your desired outcome, okay? Express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. So a lot of you are dancers, singers, okay? So we're talking about ways that we can be creative and to enhance the new earth energy. Trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as with your physical sight, for your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. We're going to have to go to a part 3, and I'm going to close it out on part 3. I think I'm done reading. I just want to sum it up, and then we'll close